Hey y'all, welcome back. So I get so many requests to do like cook with me videos, and I thought it'd be fun to finally do one, and on something that I love so much, quesadillas. They're going to be vegetarian. They're super easy to make. I'm going to be using corn products, and I'll have everything listed in the description box. But you know, when I cook, I like to be cute, so I either get into a robe, a cute crop top. You can do it 2 pieces. I just have on a crop top and some shorts. You can keep it cute, okay? It makes it like go by so much easier, and you feel sexy while you're cooking, and they always appreciate the view. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If you want to see more of this, definitely give it a thumbs up, share with your homeboys, your homegirls, okay? Because you can cook during act up season. And don't forget to subscribe, okay? And kiki with me in the comments. And again, I will see you in the next one. So we're starting off like pros, and I'm going to preheat the oven to about 425 degrees. You want to do this in the beginning so everything flows smoothly. And so next up, I'm going to be rough chopping my bell peppers. I love bell peppers. The more colorful, the better. So if you want orange, green options are just endless. And I did make a little bit extra because I use these in other meal preps. That's why I have a lot. And next I'm going in and using this sweet onion. I'm terrible with the knife. I hate knives. So don't judge me on how I'm chopping up my onions. But I just want to rough chop these. I love rough chopping my vegetables because I feel like they cook a lot better and they don't get mushy. So that's just a little tip for y'all out there. And again, I do measure and weigh everything, so it all has a purpose. I'll be talking more about that in a later video. And mushrooms are such a low calorie ingredient to add if you want to like bulk up your meals. You want to add a little bit more volume and body. Baby Bella mushrooms are the way to go. And you can also do things like zucchini. You can do squash. Like you could take this up top. And of course we have to do garlic. Now I usually grate my garlic, but I chopped it. I do a rough chop because it cooks better, and I just love the savory flavor. Again, I'm terrible with the knife, so y'all not about to judge me. So next I'm going to get out the corn meatless and soy-free chicken nuggets. These are one of my favorites. I love them. To me, they're honestly just like, you know, a little chicken nugget that you got when you were in elementary school, but a little bit, maybe a lot better. And so I'm going to put these on parchment paper, and I'm only going to use about 3 to 4 for one quesadilla, but I'm making a little bit extra, and I'm going to put that in the oven. So on medium heat, I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon of avocado oil. This is one of my favorite oils. It's a hot heating oil, and you're definitely going to notice the difference when you're cooking things like your vegetables, your meats. Sis, like, trust me on this. But I like to lightly saute the vegetables, you know, let them sink to you for a little bit. I don't like burning my food, so I'm always like moving it around. And once it's fully coated in the oil, that's when I add my seasonings. This roasted garlic and herb marinade, it's a marinade, but sis, I use it on everything. It is so good. Like, I buy this all the time, and it's great if you want to add flavor, but you don't want to overdo sodium, which I know is a big concern for a lot of y'all. So definitely pick it up. It's super affordable. And you know, you can add other things like garlic, salt, but be careful, chili powder. It's whatever you want, but I just have a certain flavor profile that I need to keep in order. And once the bell peppers cook down a little bit, I'm going to add the onions. Onions don't take very long to cook, so I don't add them with the peppers because, again, you know, I don't want mushy onions. Like, that's not my vibe. But you guys see the colorfulness, you see the caramelized onions. So I'm going to take half of an avocado, and I'm going to add a little bit of fresh lime juice because this goes a long way. And I'm going to use the Trader Joe's chili lime seasoning. You have to pick this up. You don't have to use too much. And of course you got to use a little bit of salt, black pepper, and I'm adding bell peppers, sweet onions, tomatoes. This is just a small serving. I'm trying to do an alternative other than salsa to kind of like flavor my quesadillas. And since I'm going to have a salad alongside the quesadillas, I'm going to chop up some spinach. These are one of my favorites to use. You can use baby kale or regular kale or arugula, whichever you prefer. I'm just going to add this to a bowl and also add just like a teaspoon of avocado oil. And I'm going to massage this into the leaves. It makes it a lot softer, and you honestly end up using a lot less dressing because, you know, your leaves are coated. So I like to use a little bit of oil and a little bit of dressing so I'm not overdoing either of them. And I'm adding my Caesar dressing. This is from Aldi's. I did this in a haul, so you guys can check the description box for the video on that to see how I shop. But these are the wraps I'm going to be using to make the quesadilla. These are low in carbs, low in calories, And I'm gonna put this in the same pan where we sauteed the vegetables. We don't have to create all them dishes, like we don't have to do that. I don't like doing that. And once I get a little bit of color on the other side, I'm gonna flip it. And then, you know, since I grated my cheese, I'm trying not to use too much cheese, or like cheese that's in the bag, you know, the block is better. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on to the quesadilla, or the tortilla rather. And then I'm gonna like layer in the vegetables and do a little bit of fresh spinach, just a little bit, because I like a little bit of color. And then I'm also going to add in the chopped chicken nuggets. And you guys know, you just layer it to perfection. You could add more cheese, but I honestly don't want to overdo it. So this is how it's looking for me, and it looks really, really good. And so you want to flip it so that you close the quesadilla. Y'all already know. But I just like a lot of color on mine, but I also want to give it time to cool down before I start cutting it into kind of like the little slices or pieces. And sis, once you plate this is when you fall in love. Like, you realize like this meal is healthy, it's good on the portions, and it tastes amazing. Like when I ate this, I mean, I always do it well, but it's so good, and I get better at it each and every time. And again, I used like a guacamole versus salsa, because, you know, you get your fat intake and you don't have to worry about like excess sugar and like unwanted carbs. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much, and leave any of your comments or requests below, and I hope to see you in the next one.